Shalom, brothers and sisters. Hello, everybody else. I'm Ezra Drew, and thank you for tuning in to TruthToldTV. And basically, I just want to bring out a little bit of information this morning about 4 foods that we've been taught all our life that is healthy to eat, healthy to ingest. The first food, it's not really a food, it's a beverage, milk. Growing up as a kid, we turn on the TV, we see kids with the milk mustache and, got milk shirts, and we was told that it was going to make us big and strong. And my mom used to tell me when I was growing up as a kid that drinking milk would make your bones healthy, and, it's supposed to be just everything good, We were just drinking so much milk thinking it was helping us, right? Milk. Is it really good for you or is it not? The second food, beans. Beans are that food that back in the day when I was a kid, my mom used to make this big old pot of northern beans, cornbread, throw some hot sauce, and some onions off in that thing. It was bumping. In some of the Latino countries, it's the basis of most of their meals. If you love Latino food, I love Latino food. But is it really good for us? The next thing, rice. Now, rice was that thing back in the day, like if you didn't have no food, you make you a big old pot of rice, put you some milk off in there, some butter, some sugar, and hey, it was good. I used to love rice. It's the basis for a lot of Asian-based meals. A lot of Asians, eat rice, but rice is eaten a lot by a lot of people. Never heard anything about it being unhealthy, but is it healthy or is it not? And then the next thing is cheese. Like cheese on a cheeseburger, cheese in your salad, macaroni and cheese. It ain't easy being cheesy. Cheese is one of them things everybody loves. If you want to make most things better, put cheese on it, right? But is it healthy? The first thing I want to go into is a video by drsebi. And if a lot of you people don't know who drsebi is, drsebi was an African doctor. He's since deceased. There's a conspiracy about whether or not he actually died the way they said he died, or whether or not he was murdered. But I'm not here to talk about that. But he was a doctor that cured AIDS, HIV, cancer, lupus, pretty much any disease known to man, he cured it. And to prove that, in 1980, they threw him in jail. And they said, you run around here, man, you're making all these false claims about curing all these different diseases that scientists haven't even been able to cure yet. So we don't believe you, so we're throwing you in jail. They threw him in jail, and then he produced all of his charts and the patients and things that he had actually cured from these diseases, right? And they had to let him out. He had a well-known practice in Honduras, and then he was ruffling a lot of feathers with people in the pharmaceutical industries and things of that nature. Now he's not here no more. But this is a video by him talking about milk. Check it out.
When we believe that the milk of a cow, an animal, is sufficient to afford nutrition to a human body, then one has to question that, because I am not an animal. That's common sense, I think. Animals produces milk for animal babies. Human beings, women, females, produces milk for human babies. But something happened to us that we elect to do just the opposite. Instead of us giving our babies the milk of a female human, we elect and chose to give our children the milk of an animal. I think that if we are to be scientific, intelligent, and lowest on the strata, to use our common sense, is there something wrong with that? And then, to compound the problem, is that the animal that we selected to afford us this milk is an animal that was made through the process of hybridization, an animal that is godless. God did not make a cow. You see why we are titling this subject as the reconnection? How many of you sitting in the audience understood that or knew that?
Brush your teeth in less than 10 seconds with this revolutionary toothbrush?
So we see Dr. Sebi saying right there that not only is the cow not even a God-made animal, which that's up for debate, but it seems logical to me because when have you ever went out in the wilderness and seen a wild cow? But I'm not here to talk about whether or not the cow was made by God or not. But the logic of it is, why are we drinking milk that comes from an animal when we're humans? Okay, I want to read some articles that I pulled up about this same subject, because I want to go a little deeper into it, because that might not have been enough for some people. I'm going to read an article, and you can find this article. It's why we shouldn't drink milk at thedailymeal.com. What is in a glass of cow milk? You may be expecting to hear something to the tune of calcium, vitamin A and D, protein, and some other nutrients that we think are beneficial to the body. Well, a glass of milk also contains acidic animal protein that leaches calcium from the bones. Wait a minute. I thought they said that milk makes the body strong. That was the whole spiel that they've been using for years to sell us drinking milk. It makes you strong. You see a muscle man standing up there, all ripped up with a milk mustache, right? Negative. Milk actually takes calcium from your body. We've been lied to, people. Let me keep reading. I'm going to go back. Well, a glass of milk also contains acidic animal protein that leaches calcium from the bones, pus cells, bovine growth hormone, feces, antibiotics, and a whole lot of unnecessary fat, cholesterol, and calories, all of which create a terrible imbalance in the body. So not only is it taking calcium from our body, but you already know they're shooting the cow up with all kind of antibiotics. They're shooting him up with all these growth hormones and things of that nature. Also, the growth hormones come from, it's meant for a cow to drink. so a cow can grow, not a human, right? Why we should stop drinking milk right now. We seem to be the only species of mammals that drink milk after infancy, and definitely the only species that drinks another species' milk. Now, in Isaiah, the 28th chapter, the 9th verse, it says we should be weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. I'm just using that as an example of logic that you're not supposed to go on drinking milk forever. Milk is something that you drink as an infant to grow to a certain size for a certain period of time, then you stop drinking it. But they've been selling us the idea of, milk is just like a regular beverage, like water, like something we can continue to drink. Now they do have, alternatives to cow milk, almond milk, walnut milk. If you really just want to drink milk, but it's not something that we really actually need after infancy. Let me keep reading. Cow's milk is not designed for human consumption. Cows are about 100 pounds at birth and almost 8 to 10 times heavier by the time they are weaned. So why is it that humans feel the need to continue drinking milk after they are weaned from the breast? Human milk is very different in composition from cow's milk or goat's milk or any other mammal's milk. Cow's milk contains on the average about 3 times the amount of protein than a human milk does. Hold on, let me skip down. Let me skip down. Okay, skip down to this paragraph. Cows are given antibiotics and injected with RBGH, a genetically engineered bovine growth hormone, which is a synthetic hormone that was created to artificially increase milk production. Right? If you're in the business of selling milk, you can't be waiting around until the cow, organically makes some more milk. We can't make no money like that, right? So what they had to do is find a way to make the cow continue to produce milk, because people are going to be wanting to buy milk. We trying to sell the milk. And in between time and when the cow's not producing no milk, we're not making no money. So we got to figure out a way to make the cow keep making milk so we can keep making money, right? That's what the hormone is. A frightening side effect of RBGH is an increase in IGF-1, insulin growth factor, which has been linked to many cancers. Let me read that again. A frightening side effect of RBGH is an increase in IGF-1, insulin growth factor, which has been linked to many cancers. Cows are routinely, given steroids and other hormones to plump them up. This potent synthetic hormones disturb the delicate human hormonal balance, leading to a lot of medical problems. Toxic pesticides from food that cows ingest also make their way into the milk, which humans unknowingly consume. Many cows live in confined, inhumane conditions, not being allowed to freely roam and graze the natural grass they are intended to eat. Though organic milk might be free from antibiotics or RBGH, all the other negative attributes of milk still are present. So, even if you say, well, I'm going to drink organic milk, it's not for you, human. You are human. You're not supposed to be drinking cow milk, right? Let me read on. Milk and dairy products are pro-inflammatory and mucus producing. Milk increases the risk of respiratory conditions and allergies. It has been linked to the development of arthritis, due to joints becoming inflamed. Remember, our bodies are not designed to naturally tolerate animal-derived protein. Instead, it is a foreign invader to the joints. The immune system will overreact in order to protect. So, in a nutshell, milk is all bad. Cow milk is all bad. Animal milk is all bad. And it's really sad because, you know, people love milk. We give it to our little babies. They walk around with bottles, milk. So from the beginning of this baby's life, we're shortening the life expectancy and increasing the likelihood that they're going to get sick in the future from some kind of disease or cancer or defect because we're giving them milk. It's not making you stronger, it's making you weaker. So that's my little lesson on why we shouldn't drink milk. I'm going to make 3 more videos. One on why we shouldn't eat rice. Another one on why we shouldn't eat beans. And I don't have to do 3 more. I'm going to do 2 more because cheese is a byproduct of milk. So if we can't drink milk, we can't eat cheese. So, but there are vegan alternatives to eating cheese. And they say, now I'm not sure how true it is, but I still eat goat cheese. I don't eat cow cheese, but I eat goat cheese. It's supposed to be a little bit healthier. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look deeper into that. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing that. But I definitely ain't drinking no cow milk, no animal milk, or eating cow cheese. So, yeah. But I got to get up out of here. Y'all have a great morning. Shalom. I'm Ezra Drew.